So today I want to share with you something very special. I worked a lot with orcas a couple of years ago and on a photography project, and I wanted to share this carousel feeding behavior that they only exist in Norway. The carousel feeding is a behavior when they have a lot of herring. They manage to round up the herring, and then they cooperate doing this, and then they have a lot of interesting behavior. They learn from each other, so the behavior is very specialized. It's only the Norwegian orcas who has this carousel feeding. They first have to herd the fish into a dense shoal that we call a bait ball, and then they take turn into making this, to do these tail slaps. And the tail slaps, as you see in the video, with the tail slaps, they stun a lot of fish. They don't go in with the mouth and just grab a lot of fish at once. They do the tail slap first, and then they come in and they pick one fish at a time. It's very interesting and very nice behavior to see. It's something you don't see from the top side very easily. You can see there is a lot of action going on from the top side, but you really have to go in the water to see what's going on underneath. So it's, yeah. Some people say it's dangerous to snorkel with orcas. So far there has been no accidents with orcas in the wild. So I feel pretty safe when I'm around them, but of course they are big predators, so you always have to respect them, and you always have to keep in mind that something might happen. But the risk is, in my mind, very, very small, and it's a risk worth taking. It's a lot of other things we do in the daily life that is much more dangerous than snorkeling with the orcas in Norway. So there's become quite popular to do it now. But this orca behavior is so nice to see when you get a chance to see it. And it's not often it happens that you actually get a chance to see it, because most of the time you're too late to the bait ball. So it's so sometimes you see there is a bait ball happening, and then you drive there, you get there, but then that's already finished when you get there. And there's different reasons for that, and I will tell you more about that later. So this feeding techniques, the orcas, is recorded more than I think it's something like 450 different prey species in the orca diet. And some of the hunting techniques are so specialized that orcas from another place or from other part can't suddenly join a group that have learned how to do the carousel feeding. Orcas from another part of the world can't just join them and start doing carousel feeding, because it's such a specialized behavior. Because all these feeding techniques now is so specialized. Usually it's learned from the parents and from the grandparents down to the smaller orcas, and they learn these techniques through a lot of years to learn them, and then of course they learn how to do that. But it's so specialized that the scientists now start to see actually the orcas genetically difference between the different orcas that hunt differently, and this is now an issue in the scientific world, the taxonomy. So they're discussing if they want to split the different orcas into several species. So today is just one species, but they have different we see eco-types that they can hunt in different prey. Some are specializing in whales, some are specializing in seals, some are specializing in fish, some are specializing in sharks, and so it's a lot of different behavior out there. And the carousel feeding orcas, they are the only one doing that in Norway. So yeah, enjoy. It's fantastic to see this. Hope you can experience as well once in a lifetime.